Later, Ken is showing us 3 ways to add coziness to our winter coffee table. Welcome back, everyone. Our next guest is known for writing songs that speak to the human experience, but his latest hit is all about a uniquely canine one. Welcome, country artist Wade Hayes. Welcome, Wade.
Thank you. Good
Also joining us, Larissa.
Of course.
Now, Wade.
It's an honor. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're thrilled that you're here, and especially with this subject matter, by the way, something that's very close to all of our hearts here.
Definitely.
We're used to hearing who saved who as a
Right.
mantra for pet rescuers out there. Also the name of your newest song, so please tell us about that.
Well, Who Saved Who came about for my old dog, Jack, and I found him one night, late one night at a filling station, and folks would say, you know, well, he has helped me through some really, really rough times over the past several years. And folks would say that I saved him, but I don't believe that's the case at all. I believe that guy saved me. Of course, you know, and we'll elaborate later, but there were a few years that were very, very difficult. And there was not a day that went by that dog didn't make me smile or laugh. Not a single day.
They know.
Oh,
you know, dogs know if you're...
He is a great, sweet, funny dog.
They all know it. The animals are so sweet. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about Jack and how he saved you and all that and how you two were first introduced. But before we do that, I would love to show everyone at home the music video for your song that is dedicated to Jack.
Fantastic.
And everyone's buzzing about it. Mostly, of course, Larissa, so she's grabbing those tissues. We're all going to need them.
Yeah,
I'll take a look.
He came to the truck, he jumped right in the front seat. He had a half-eaten pizza crust clamped in his crooked teeth, and he smiled like he was finally home. And he's been with me through hell and back again, and I know it's often said, but he has been my best friend. They call him a rescue, but I'm not sure that's true. 'Cause there's times I wonder who saved who.
Sweetie, so like you said there, you met each other at a gas station. What happened?
This is true. One night, I was driving home to Nashville. It was late, and I'd pulled in to get some gas, and this dog, little bitty skinny dog, was running around. He was covered in ticks. Oh. He had holes in him that actually he still has scars from to this day, all these years later. And he, just like the song said, he jumped in the truck. He did have a pizza crust hanging out of his mouth. He'd been eating out of trash cans there at this filling station for about 3 days, according to the owners. And he jumped up in the truck and just like, he knew he was where he needed to be.
But what made you say, well, you're just coming home with me?
Well,
I mean, anybody else would have said, oh, I've got a little stray dog. What do I do? Do I take him to a shelter?
That thought crossed my mind, but I thought this little guy, he needs some help.
And sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but he needed help, and so did you then. And then as time progressed, and you actually battled 2 bouts of cancer.
Yes.
And Jack helped you through that. How so?
He helped me immensely. Like I'd mentioned earlier, that dog is nothing but laughs and smiles. And of course, we had puppy times where I thought, that's enough, Jack. You don't need, destroying another pair of my boots. But, dogs are dogs. You can't blame a dog for being a dog. But he, like I said, just the walking, I'd gone through, you'd mentioned cancer. I had 2 bouts with stage 4 colon cancer. And I was in really bad shape. I had it about as bad as you can get it. And most people around me, including some medical professionals, didn't think I was going to make it. I actually had one essentially say, try to say goodbye to me. And she hated it that she'd gotten to know me and like me so much. And, but here I am.
And you credit Jack for helping that.
Well, Jack was a big part of it. And I certainly thank God. He made it extremely clear that he's the biggest reason I'm still around.
Right. And I know that the other interesting fact about this is that you actually never meant to release this song, right? This
Yes.
was a song that you performed and you know, maybe to a closer group of people, but then
Yes.
the response, it was just overwhelming.
Well, when I wrote the song, one morning, now Jack is getting older, and one morning I saw him in the bright morning light, and I noticed how white he'd gotten. And his face is getting white, and I started tearing up, thinking, what in the world am I going to do without this dog? I can't imagine a day. We've been through so much. I can't imagine a day without him. And the song just started coming out. And I wrote it for me to keep from going to see a psychiatrist. Yeah. That's typically how I handle my problems, is writing songs. But
That's a good way to do it.
yeah, but we do something every year called the Country Music Cruise, where a lot of country music artists get on this cruise ship and we cruise around the Caribbean or whatever. And I decided just on a whim to play. It was brand new at the time, and I thought, well, I'll just pull this out and see what happens. And when I got to the end of the song, I saw grown men openly weeping in the audience. And there were ladies with tears rolling down their cheeks, and I thought, well, my goodness, maybe I need to record this song. I had no idea it would affect people like it
Well,
did.
I'm not surprised. I mean, dogs really strike a chord with all of us. You know, have you ever met a dog that's not happy to see you come home?
Never.
That's a fact.
Never.
Unconditional love.
And love. And this is, you didn't just represent Jack in this music video. You also shared pictures of your fans' dogs as well.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
so sweet.
When the song first started getting kind of out there, I'd done it at a couple of shows, and yeah, people started sending me pictures of their dogs, and I loved it on the fan page, and I thought, man, what a great opportunity to show some of these folks and show them how much I appreciate them and love these pictures. The pictures brought me a lot of joy.
Yeah.
And some of them I laughed out loud when I saw them, so we've got to put these in the video.
Well, thank you so much.
amazing.
For sharing the
Thank
story
you.
and sharing your music too with us. And the
Oh, it
story
was my
behind the
pleasure.
music.
Sharing
as
Jack.
well.
Yes,
That's right.
Jack strikes again. Once again, he comes through helping me.
I love it.
And he will over and over for their full Who Saved Who video. Believe me, you want to see it, everybody. Visit WadeHayes.com, and as always, check out HallmarkChannel.com and SavedByTheL.com to learn how you can help rescue dogs as well.
You all stick around. Next up, we're heading into the kitchen with celebrity chef Daniel Green.
Come back and join me making some light, spicy crab cakes that are easy to make and sure to impress.
Who saved who?